Plaintiff Carol Jo Wrench says one day as she was driving down the street, the defendant's son ran into the street, in the traffic, then into her car. Carol Jo claims as a result her car was damaged, so she's suing. Defendants Andrea Berkeley and her son Dylan say on the day of the incident, Dylan went to cross the street when the traffic was stopped. Andrea admits that her son hit Carol Jo's car, but she believes Carol Jo wants them to pay for pre-existing damages.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I first met Andrea and her son Dylan at the scene of the accident. He ran across the street, disregarding traffic, and hit the side of my car at the rear door. We ascertained that he was not hurt. I pulled over to the side and I called the police. I have to say he was very polite, very apologetic. He kept saying, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm not hurt, I'm so sorry." When Andrea arrived, she was very apologetic, very kind, very understanding.
There were no lights at that intersection? No stop signs?
No stop signs, no crosswalk. And when Officer Howard arrived, he took our statements, looked at the situation, and Dylan and his mother said no, they did not need any transportation to the hospital, that he wasn't injured.
Okay. What damages did you have that you're suing for?
He shattered my side view mirror and my windshield.
By hitting you in the rear door?
Dylan and his mother said no, they did not need any transportation to the hospital, that he wasn't injured.
What damages did you have that you're suing for?
He shattered my side view mirror and my windshield.
By hitting you in the rear door?
Defendants Andrea Berkeley and her son Dylan are being sued because the plaintiff claims Dylan ran into traffic and slammed into her car, damaging the plaintiff's vehicle.
Let me hear from you all.
Hi, Your Honor. I went to pick my son up from school, like I do every day. He was not at the pickup place. At this point, I said, well, I've got to go find him. I drove up. He was standing on the side of the road with Carol, and her car was parked. So I pulled to the side, parked my car, got out, asked what happened. She had said, you know, there was an accident. He was hit by the car. His hand was bleeding, his wrist. And Dylan said he was okay. I asked him, son, are you sure? He says, yes. She said, well, I've called the cops. I want to make a report. I said, okay, that's fine.
What was that discussion?
They took both information.
The discussion. Mm-hmm.
They talked with my son Dylan, and they spoke with her. They spoke with them separate. I'm not sure of the conversation with Carol, but...
What did you tell the police occurred, or that your son had told you, and what did your son tell the police?
That he went to go cross the street. One side was stopped, the other was not. He did not see the other side. And by the time that he did see her car, he tried to stop and turn around.
So there was a stop sign?
No, sir. By the time he saw her car, he tried to stop and turn around so that she wouldn't hit him. And by the time it was too late.
He ran out into the street while cars were moving?
One side was, the other side was not. He did not see the other side.
Why weren't the others moving if it was not a stop sign?
Because there is a red light less than probably 150 feet from where this happened.
So they were backed up.
And she had just turned the corner.
No, ma'am, just let me understand what you all told the police, or the scenario, not what you keep referring to her. I want to take what you told the police as gold. So, and what he told the police at that moment, and what you say you told the police. So, you say the reason traffic was stopped, the part that he saw, is because it was backed up 150 feet.
Yes, sir.
At a standstill.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, that's not quite right.
Ma'am, let me finish with her.
Okay.
All right, and you told the police that, or he told the police that?
I'm sure he did, yes.
Let me let him speak. You tell me what happened.
Tell you what happened where I told the police.
Oh, you told it were they're two different things? So he's just telling me there's two different things, because it's supposed to be the same. And so they're obviously two different things. So let me get back to you.
Your Honor, the traffic was not stopped.
Okay.
Southbound, I was southbound, and I was moving. But I had just turned the corner, like she said, so I wasn't even going the speed limit. traffic northbound was very heavy. And when he saw a gap, that's when he darted
There was no
across.
walkway?
Pardon me?
There was no walkway
There's no
even?
walkway. I do have a
That's
diagram.
correct. There's no walkway, and so
No
there
walkway.
was no legal. It was illegal for you to run into traffic. If there was no stop sign, no light, and no walkway?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
I have a diagram, and I have
Anyone
the
have
police,
the police
report.
report?
Police report.
No. And I have photographs.
I want to see what was told to the police. He said what he told the police, obviously, and what he's telling me are two different things, because he just asked me which one I want to know. Meaning that by definition means there's two explanations. There's one for the police and then there's one for me. So they should be the same. Otherwise, you have two different stories.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that's what I'm going to go with the police. Dylan was traveling west on the north side. He hit my car on the driver's side rear door behind my left shoulder. It was impossible for me to see him. I braked as soon as he hit. The side view mirror was shattered, probably by his left hand. And that's where the blood may have come from. Do you have, did you show me pictures? All right, and when you spoke with the mother about compensating you, what has she said?
Well, I called the next day to see how he was doing, and she said he was sore and she had let him stay home from school. She then asked for the make and model of my car so that she could order a side view mirror for me. She called me back a few minutes later and said she had ordered it and that Dylan's father would install it on Friday afternoon after work. Friday afternoon came and went, and nothing.
All right, and last time you spoke with her is when?
The Friday after
What you're referring to?
No, the Friday a week from then. Then she called me, and she was very irate and kept repeating that you hit my child, which we know was not true. She said that she had filed in small claims court and had retained a lawyer to sue me for medical expenses.
What happened with that?
So I don't know.
Okay.
I think that was all a scare tactic.
Defendants Andrea Berkeley and her son Dylan are being sued because the plaintiff claims Dylan ran into traffic and slammed into her car, damaging the plaintiff's vehicle.
Okay, what did your son tell you? I'm not going to let him tell me a different story for the police. That kind of, I don't want to hear two different stories.
I completely
I want to
understand.
go with one.
I think
so
you
I'm going to
just-
see if mom got one. What story did he have for you?
The same story is that,
What do you mean
that
the
one
same
side.
one? He has two, remember? He has one for me
From
and one
my
for the
understanding,
police. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. If he hit the rear door, how could he possibly have damaged any type of windshield? Never once has she said he hit a windshield.
Ma'am?
I believe what happened when I
What do
braked.
you mean you believe you were there?
I was there, but I did not see what happened. I did not notice that the windshield was cracked until Officer Howard pointed it out. So what I think happened, he hit the side view mirror with his left hand, and that's how he sustained that cut.
Yeah.
And then I
You
believe
did say he was cut, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I believe he rolled around the mirror and his backpack cracked the windshield.
Well, certainly, I don't believe you would have been riding around with a windshield like this.
No.
And she did say his hand was cut, and that doesn't. How does she hit your child?
Well, sir, when the only thing that was injured was his wrist from the side mirror, cut his wrist when he hit the side mirror. He couldn't have possibly hit the back door if he hit the side mirror. And he's coming
How
here.
did she hit him? That's your defense today. And by the way, I would be suing her up and down if she hit my child.
Yes,
today,
sir.
you're being sued. So how did she hit your child? Describe that.
Well, Dylan darted out. Here's the cars here. Dylan went to go cross the street. He seen her car, tried to turn around so that he wouldn't not get hit, but he still caught the side
Turn
mirror
around.
to go back so he wouldn't be hit. And when he did, he got his wrist on her side mirror.
So he didn't turn around quick enough. That's your point?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
He never hit the ground. If he'd have hit that windshield, he'd have been seriously injured. Nothing on him.
What defense do you have against him running across the street illegally? What do you have to say about the illegal act?
I really don't. I really hope that he's learned his lesson to really, just wait and be patient.
Good.
I really do, but
Well,
at the same time,
$350 might help him learn that lesson a little quicker,
well,
particularly
no,
when you have to pay it.
We were in a school zone.
Pardon me?
We were in a school zone, and I do expect.
Oh, what he
people to
did
be-
was legal?
No, sir.
Okay, that's the only issue here. And his negligence caused her damage. When you commit an act of negligence, you're responsible for the damage. Certainly committing an illegal act is an act of negligence. And so he caused damages by his actions. $350 is your judgment. Have a good day.
I'm just really sorry this had to happen.
Me too. I really wish she was honest and she knows the windshield was broke before we ever got here. I try to be nice, replace the side view. You can't make everybody honest.
I'm sorry. There has been some lying, but my windshield was broken by Dylan.